Hey y'all, Big Tim here. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Old School Bass and Big Tim. Here we are on beautiful Lake Cumberland again. Me and Joey. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, late morning, because it was going to be 20 some degrees when we were to get down here early, so we waited. It's probably about close to 11 now. Water's up. I think what I saw is up 17 feet from where it was last Friday. It's up about 11 feet over Summer Pool at 634. And kind of some drift on the main lake too. So we gotta be careful today, but we're out here to just have some fun. Maybe we can figure something out new for the upcoming Bass Nation tournament. But overall, we're just here to have some fun and catch some fish. Enjoy the day. So stay tuned. As you heard me say in the opening, the water level at Lake Cumberland had really came up in the last 2 weeks, 17 feet real quickly. And it was actually up 4 more feet than it was the Tuesday prior that I was there with Mason and Andrew. And some things were a little bit more difficult. You know, the trees were in the water, and, you know, that was the same way on Tuesday. But this time, those trees were in 15 to 20 feet of water. Another thing that made it difficult to fish was the leaves. Since the water came up and there wasn't much wind, the leaves that were on the bank were now in the water, and they were coming out from the bank about 15 to 20 feet. So you couldn't even get a cast close to the bank without picking leaves. You'll see Joey picking leaves off his lures a few times, and you'll see the trees and how difficult it was to even get to the banks. And the crankbait just wasn't working for us. We tried, we fished, and it just was a difficult time to fish Lake Cumberland. Not that Cumberland's ever easy. Well, sometimes it is. But this time definitely was not. We had originally gone to Cumberland for a couple of reasons. Number one, to have a good time, obviously. Number two was to maybe figure something out for the upcoming Kentucky Bass Nation tournament. And also to instill a little confidence for me to throw the Alabama rig. I wanted to go throw the Alabama rig, get some confidence, catch some fish, and maybe make it a viable option for me in the future. But the leaves, the trees, everything made that a little bit more difficult to do. So we tried whatever we could to fish through the leaves, through the trees. That was spinner baits, that was brush hogs, that was, you know, different things. Crankbait was no way. Not with the leaves, you know, every cast would find a leaf. Even the spinner baits were finding leaves. So, you know, we did what we could for a little while and finally decided to abandon Lake Cumberland. Probably about 2 o'clock. We decided to pick up the trolling motor, load the boat on the trailer, and you know what? We're only half an hour from Dale Hollow. Let's go to Dale. So that was what we chose to do, and seemed like a good idea. One of the things that I found odd when we got to Dale Hollow was the upper end was very muddy. The area that I'm familiar with up around the Wolf River area was very muddy and had a little drift too. But I've never seen that end of the lake that muddy. So Joey volunteered to take me down to the area that he's familiar with that I had fished one time before years and years ago, but I wasn't familiar with it and I honestly didn't remember it. I remember being down that way, but I don't remember where we fished, what it looked like, anything like that. So Joey took over, took us down there, and lo and behold, he showed me a few fish too.
I'll be goddamn. It was worth coming over here.
No, this is a second one.
It's acting like a big old smallmouth.
Got him in the back.
Oh, sideways. So you just got here today, too? Staying here a while? Yeah, we're going home tonight. It's our Saturday adventure.
Oh, look at you, coffee powder.
If it was windy, I'd have picked up an anchor.
It's a wind gust past my feet.
Up where easy to
Look how far out he was. That was my biggest one of the year so far. What, about 2 or 3 quarters? Maybe 3. Kind of bleeding. got him underneath. Another baby smallmouth.
So unfortunately, that's all we caught that day. 3 fish. Very small smallmouth. And then another non-keeper smallmouth, 15 or 16 inches. And then a really nice largemouth, 2.5 to 3 pounds. And, that's it. But it was a good day, considering we had, high post-frontal conditions. It was really cold that morning. We had bluebird sky. And, we knew it was probably going to be tough, but we mustered those 3 fish, and unfortunately I don't think Joey had a bite that day, but he showed me the Alabama rig more, he showed me more of the lower end of Dale Hollow, and it was a very successful day. And Joey and I love these little adventures where we put the boat in one lake and it's not working and pull out and go somewhere else. We've done this 5 or 6 times, and it's always fun, just to change it up like that. A lot of people would just stay at the other lake, and Cumberland just wasn't happening, and it was also very difficult to fish, so it made it not quite so fun. So going to Dale Hollow was a different perspective, so enjoyable, and well, just enjoy the rest of the ride from the dam at Dale Hollow. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.